today we're going to be training on how to do reels for your med spa. First thing we're going to do is jump right in by going over like the exact tactical steps that you'll take from your phone when you get on Instagram to record your reel. So I'm going to show you how to make a super easy lip filler reel in 10 minutes or less. Give me a second. I'm going to hop on over from my phone so I can share my screen with you. We're going to hop right on to Instagram. So I'm on Instagram and I'm ready to post my first reel, right? So what are the steps that we're going to take to do this? Well, I'm going to add from this little plus sign button on the top right-hand corner of my profile, or the next place that I can go is the bottom of my screen. So whichever is easiest for you or most memorable, we add that, and then we're gonna pick what photos we want, right? So, or what videos we want to include in the reel. So I picked 3 or 4 different videos of me receiving an injection. Of course, when this is you, it's gonna be you doing the injection. We're gonna hop over to reel on the bottom of the screen, and we're gonna add all of these clips into our video. So let's start off with my top lip here. And I'm gonna go ahead and while I'm here, trim down my video to the pieces that I want to display on my reel, okay? And I always recommend make sure that your patient doesn't look like they're in pain when you're choosing these clips, right? We're gonna trim these down just by sliding at the bottom of the bar over here. On the bottom of the screen. So I'm gonna pick, I think that 4 to 5 seconds is a great sweet spot for those clips. So I'm gonna go right in the middle where it doesn't look like I'm in any pain. And then on the top, I'm gonna add. Okay, now that I've added my first clip, I'm gonna go ahead and add my second. So same process from the bottom left-hand side of the screen. I'm gonna add that other video of my top lip. I'm just gonna try and find the best 4-second clip. And of course, I'm really familiar with these, so it might take you a little bit longer to slide around and see what the best pieces of this content are that you've recorded. And add. And again, we're just gonna repeat that process for the next 2 to 3 clips. Now I'm gonna move on to my bottom lip here. And by just sliding my fingers on these little bars on the bottom of the screen, I'm picking that place where you can really see that visible lip plumping and it doesn't look like I'm in too much pain, right? Add it. And then I really want to show off the results in my reel. So then I'm going to go to my before photo that I saved. And again, I'm gonna go back down to 3 or 4 seconds because that's a really good sweet spot for a clip. It's not too long, but it's just long enough to really show what you're looking for, right? This is my next before. And now we'll just add my after pictures. And one more time. I definitely recommend multiple after photos if you're going to use them in different angles. I didn't have any in my photo library to choose from. So I'm just going to go from these 2 same angles, but definitely consider that variation when you're putting your before and after photos together. We'll add it the exact same way, and then we're going to hit next. Okay, so this is always the piece of the puzzle that intimidates people is how are we going to add the text, right? So go to the little A at the top of the screen and always consider what benefits of the treatment you're showing off or how can you educate on this treatment. So A great one for lip filler that I feel like most people don't know is that it actually hydrates the lips because it's hyaluronic acid, right? So let's start off in the very first screen by talking about those benefits. So plump and hydrate your lips with us. And I mean, you guys are really the experts in your treatments and services. So like, I'm sure you can get way more creative with these and have some really great ideas. I'm gonna hit done once I have them at the size that I want. And if you didn't see how I edited those sizes, it was just on the left-hand side. I went up and down until I found that sweet spot that I really liked. Done. And then the great thing about Instagram is that they have guides on here for you. So that way you're not going to put your text over the caption or over the heart. So we can go right here. You see that left-hand side, there's a guide. And then on the bottom, you know not to go past that line as well. I'm going to keep that there. And just in the same way that we edited the size of our clips, we're going to move that little slider at the very bottom of our screen. So that way the text only appears on the screen for that portion that we want it to. And now that I'm seeing it, I don't really like it covering the actual lip. So I'm gonna move it up here. All right, and now I'm gonna go to the next benefit about lip filler the exact same way. I'm gonna make it bigger, just like the first one. And we'll go right there. And again, same exact process. We're gonna drag these little sliders at the bottom of our screen to match those clips exactly where we want them. Use this little blue check mark on the bottom that we're done. And we'll do it one more time with another benefit. And again, I'm sure you guys can get a lot more creative and come up with some better lines for these videos. Feel free to experiment with the text. As you can see when I'm adding them, there are lots of different options on the top. Like there's a color wheel at the top for your color, or you can change the different fonts. So get creative and experiment when you're making these reels. All right, and again, exact same way. We're gonna go here, blue check mark. All right, now we've added all of our text. I wanna make sure everyone knows this is the before and then that's the after photo. So I'm gonna add before and after. Add before. And then I'll do the same thing for after. Perfect. So what I would do is, like, if I was doing this regularly, I would go and just watch it one time, make sure that those texts really line up the way that I want them to or expect them to. For the purposes of this training, I'm just going to jump right into picking some music. So with the little music note on the top, I would pick something super trendy is what I always recommend, because the trendier the audio, the more views you're gonna get on your reel. But feel free to look around, pick your favorite. I also like lip gloss for lip filler. I think that's a fun one. So you could just add it right there. Go next. And then edit your cover. And I would make sure you add a picture that shows that your patient is not in pain. Done. So really all you need for these reels is 3 to 4 clips of you performing the treatment. Before and after pictures are awesome, but not required. And a good photo to use for the cover of you performing that treatment. Then you can write your caption, again, speaking to the benefits, and then you'll share it right to your Instagram profile. And you guys, it's really that easy. 10 minutes or less if I'm not explaining it all to you, right? And it can be done just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat or in the comments section on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, wherever you're watching from. And really the purpose of the video today, guys, was really just to show you how easy it can be to start creating video content, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, The point of it is to really just get started and start showing it off, because video content is dominating on social media right now. And it's one of those trends that your accounts are either going to sink or swim, whether you're doing it right or not. So everyone always asks, what's the formula to a winning reel? And really, guys, it so varies, and it's so funny because it can be so different, right? Like you can spend hours on a reel that you think is gonna just absolutely take off and go viral, and it gets a few hundred views. And sometimes the video that you make that you wouldn't expect anyone to see can get thousands and thousands of views. So sometimes you just never know, but I'm gonna share with you a few things that I've seen that really do help the performance of a reel or of a video. So number one is to be entertaining. Don't be afraid to have fun and let your hair down a little bit. I understand that you want to give off the professional or clinical vibe sometimes, but you also can find a way to be professional and trendy. And I really encourage you to start testing that out and finding your voice in professional and also fun and trendy and relatable, because your patients want to know, like, and trust you, right? And social media is a great place for you to do that. Entertaining does not mean that you have to dance on camera. And I'll be doing these social media tips and tricks and reels in the upcoming months as well. So I'll definitely drop some fun, entertaining ideas along the way. Trust me, you don't have to dance to be entertaining, all right? A lot of entertaining, trendy content can be like ASMR or 30-second trailers of your med spa or of your brand. So have fun with it. And yeah, next is to be educational. So it's great opportunity for you to teach your patients about the benefits of treatments or services that you want more patients for, or to credential yourself while you create reels. It's a great place to talk about the trainings that you've had, the amazing results that you've seen, and how many patients you've treated with specific devices or different treatments, right? I also encourage you to balance your consumption with your creation. So there's that balance, right, of like, we have to consume content to know what's working, to know what other people are doing. But don't get stuck in consuming so much that you never end up creating something. Just try it, attempt it. If you see a lot of med spas that you like admire on social media who are all doing the same trend, I really encourage you to jump on it and just start going. So if you have any questions at all, we are always here to help you. Stay consistent and don't be afraid to try on social. There are so many small tactical steps to cover that the biggest part is really just trying it out and learning the platform and getting started. So again, I'll be doing this once a month for social media tips and tricks. Always feel free to reach out with your feedback and questions so we can keep these trainings relevant to you. We'll go ahead and wrap up, but I'm excited to see all of your guys' progress on social media and see those first reels. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for being here.